Welcome everyone to the Collective Compass movement. What's up, y'all? It's Leslie, and I'm back with another biohack myth for you guys. I'm kind of out in it, but that actually makes it really perfect. That was for you. I wanted to make a biohack video for you guys today. I want to remind you guys that you may feel like you don't know how to stay connected to yourself, but that is the myth that we're going to unpack. We know how to connect our mind and body. We just forget to do it, and so we have to work to do it intentionally. We have to connect with our authentic self. We have to feel really connected, mind and body, okay? We all know how to reconnect to ourselves. We just maybe overcomplicate it or try to avoid it, or for whatever, maybe even a subconscious reason, don't really want to reconnect to ourselves, or we don't want to have to go through the process. Like maybe we're scared of what that's going to be like. I don't know. There's a lot of different reasons why you may feel intimidated to be really connected with yourself. It may mean that you have to make a lot of changes to honor those things that you care about, to like make time for the things and the people and the vision of life that you have. If you want to make time for all that and you want to make space for all that, then you have to really know what you want authentically. So a lot of times we find ourselves in a situation to where there are things that we know are not contributing to our authentic happiness and our authentic vision and like what we really want to experience. But you know, what we think we're temporarily kind of putting on a hold to deal with, or thinking that we'll deal with it later, or thinking that it will resolve itself, or thinking that we have no control over, you know, whatever it is. So that brings us to a point to where we feel really disconnected with ourselves. So I'm not really going to share anything that you probably have never heard before. Honestly, I'm just going to remind you of things that you already know that you can do to be really reconnected with yourself, because we have to make time to do that intentionally, or we're going to feel disconnected. So it's as simple as that. I just was out doing some stuff today, and I had to come down to Erlanger, and I just thought it would be really dope to show you guys kind of in the moment, because I'm actually going to a place that I feel so connected to, that kind of feels like home. And this is gonna sound really crazy, but I had to share this with you guys. Today's biohack is gonna help you really find the opportunity to feel reconnected to yourself. You're going to think of something that feels like home. It makes you feel like, you know, you're really connected to it in a really special way. A certain kind of food or drink. It may be a certain movie. It may be music. It could be one really good way to immediately feel connected to yourself is to think of a place that really makes you feel like home. And so I had to come to Erlanger today, and it's windy as hell. And anyway, I'm not looking forward to going in here, but at the same time, it kind of feels like home away from home, because my dad would see his patients here. Let me show you guys this. So when I was younger, my dad would see his patients here at Erlanger. And when I was like 10, maybe I would say between 8 to 10, I feel like, I would come with him sometimes, and I would sit in the doctor's lounge on the sofa and chill and eat blueberry muffins and or whatever they had. And it was so cool because they had the most epic doctor's lounge ever. And so I would be in there all the time after school waiting for my dad to see his patients, and I would hang out in there. And so it's just a place that I've come a lot as a kid, and as I've been older, I've not been here as much, and it just makes me feel like home away from home. And it has so many good memories of family. And even though this is the absolute last place, I would rather come today because it's just always an ordeal. No offense to, oh shit, I forgot my mask. God damn it. No. Well, that just gives me more time to share my story. I was really not looking forward to this shit. I've actually put this off for like 5 years. I just decided to myself that no matter what a pain in the ass it was gonna feel like, I was gonna come down here and go to this appointment and make the best of it. Make the best of it. Anxiety and mental fatigue and overwhelm. Okay, these are the things that have kept me from doing what I'm doing the way that I want to do it all the way, besides the learning curve, right? Okay, what keeps me from my learning curve is anxiety, mental fatigue, and overwhelm. Freaking parking garage, about to pee on myself, having to go back up to get my mask. And now I'm about to have to go wander through the hospital and try to find the place where I can get a hold of my medical records. So back to what I was saying. When you're feeling really stressed out doing things that you know you need to do and you're putting them off and you're procrastinating, a really good way to fight that is to do something that makes you feel really authentically connected to yourself, which in my case I realized today is that I'm going somewhere that makes me feel like home, because this is where my dad used to work. It just reminds me of family, so that's what I'm choosing to think about right now. And it's a really good way for you to just constantly fight, to offset that feeling of having anxiety just from having to do the things that we have to do. You can choose to redirect that energy by, like, I'm literally doing this in real time, because I've actually gotten fussed at for walking through the hospital with a phone before, so I just want to be respectful of everyone's privacy. So it's really important to teach yourself how to offset those feelings of anxiety when you're going ahead and taking care of things that need to be done. So just think of something that makes you feel really connected to your authentic self, and take a deep breath and just let yourself breathe through the feeling and let the energy turn itself into excitement. It will happen. You just have to breathe through it and believe that you can and that you have the tools. And that's your biohack for today. Ooh, fancy. Love this lady. A lot of times our anxiety is just worry and stress, and we're just letting it run loose in our heads instead of actually trying to pep talk ourselves through the shit that we're doing. I mean, it's really something that will feel easy when you commit to feeling good. You'll want to find ways that help you feel reconnected to yourself. So ask yourself, how much time am I making to actually feel reconnected to myself? Like, what is it that I'm actually doing intentionally? How much time do I make for that? How much time do I try to incorporate what I love into my life? You can affirm something to yourself that makes you feel really connected to yourself. Like, for me, I love who I am. I love how I've always known myself. I love how I've always felt really connected to myself. Affirm that feeling of just deep gratitude and happiness and just positive energy. There is so much anxiety that I can let myself focus on before I am like, wait a minute, why am I doing this? Sometimes I'm getting better at catching myself before I let it even get to a point to where it's even affecting my energy. But honestly, I feel like no matter how much inner work I do, no matter how much I try to manage my own anxiety, it's just energy. Like, it's just excited energy. Like, honestly, my excitement was flipped into anxiety at one point when I started to question my own capabilities or something. It's not my natural state to be anxious at all. I have not lost my ticket.
Now processing your credit card. Please wait.
Yeah, so moral of the story, in the AAA method that I teach at the Collective Compass, it's a really powerful tool to shift your energy. If you are consciously feeling anxiety, then you can ask yourself how much time you're spending on feeling connected to yourself. You can affirm things that make you feel really connected to yourself. For me, that's who I know who I am. I know what I love. I know that I'm just blessed to feel connected to my authentic self, and the action is to make the time. Do something that makes you feel like you're practicing whatever it is you're trying to shift. So I gotta show you guys, speaking of childhood things and remembering who you are, I am literally right underneath my old house. I don't know if you can see it from here, but I'm gonna turn the camera up there. That's so crazy. I love seeing my old house.